Psychosis is a severe mental disorder in which thoughts and emotions are so impaired that contact is lost with external reality.
3% of all people will experience psychosis at some point in their lives. Natalie Ryder and Austin Clone are here to talk more about this issue. How many people does that work out to?
We can estimate about 100,000 adolescents every year and young adults. You know, and so.
Sorry to cut you off. I'm just being told that President Trump is just speaking. Let's go to that right now.
And grief. Last night, a gunman
opened
fire.
And never mind. Strike that and reverse it. Okay, as you can see, President Trump is speaking right now. You can go over to KX4 right now to watch that, but we're going to stay here with North Dakota today. So let's get back to that. Sorry about that.
No.
Obviously kind of a crazy day in the news business right now. So 3% of the people, what does that work out to as far as young people and adolescents who deal with psychosis?
Yep, so we can expect about 100,000 a year might experience some sort of episode of psychosis, disorientation, some sort of kind of break with reality. And so one of the most important things, though, about especially first episode psychosis is that the sooner that you receive treatment, you know, the sooner after you experience these symptoms, the better that we can treat you, and the longer between episodes, and maybe even, you know, could be years between episodes, the sooner that we can treat you.
Let's talk about what this is, because to me sometimes it can kind of maybe get confused with a panic attack. So how do you guys differentiate what psychosis is versus some of the other things that people go through when they're kind of under that stress or pressure?
Really, confusion, delusional thoughts, visual hallucinations are some of the main ones that you do see on a day-to-day basis with psychosis.
Wow. And it's something that they're struggling with daily then?
It can be. You know, sometimes episodes can last from a couple days or a couple hours to a couple weeks or a longer period of time. You know, I think what's really important to remember is that this is just as scary and confusing for the person experiencing the episode as, you know, maybe their support system, their family, their friends, their roommates, people who don't understand what's going on and are starting to see some behavior that doesn't make sense.
Is there a kind of time in life that people really need to pay attention to with psychosis, like a time when it's more apt to present itself?
Really, 15 to 25 are the main ages of onset for psychosis.
Okay. And two, what I was going to ask was, is there anything that triggers it? You know, what are some of those signs that we need to look out for that might kind of push someone into an episode?
Well, with psychosis, a lot of the times, you know, there's no one specific trigger. We know there can be environmental triggers, genetics can be a big place, substance use can also be into it. But you know, there's no one specific thing that's like, if you do these things, you're going to have a psychotic episode. You know, but when someone starts, you know, maybe talking about, hey, did you hear that? Or did you see that? Maybe talking to themselves, maybe talking and not making a whole lot of sense. Talking about maybe, you know, having some paranoia. I'm worried somebody's going to hurt me. I'm worried that there's somebody's listening to me. Those can kind of be some of those common signs that maybe somebody's experiencing some break with reality.
So how do you help them cope with this if it is something that's happening? And like you said, I mean, it could be something they deal with every day or maybe just an episode here and there.
Really, the reason why this program was made, it takes on average 74 weeks for someone to experience their first symptoms of psychosis to seek treatment. So really, this program is trying to get folks signed up with services earlier, and earlier intervention for them is key.
Wow.
And is that something too, obviously it's the person needs to maybe notice the signs, but obviously important for the support system around them to notice these signs as well?
Yeah, I think, you know, somebody experiencing psychosis oftentimes will try to reach out or talk to somebody and do some of that reality testing, like, have you heard that? Have you seen that? Or I'm having thoughts of hurting myself. And so a lot of times they do turn to crisis centers, family members, roommates, professors, you know, teachers, and especially when in that at high school age, adolescent, a lot of friends. You know, this is what I'm experiencing. I'm really nervous and scared about this. You know, and so knowing that Prairie St. John's has this program, it's, you know, it's a new program, but one that we're really excited about offering this service for the community. You know, just go in if you have questions about it. If you're concerned about somebody, you know, go in, go through the assessment process. The worst that can happen is they're like, this is what's going on for you, and then we can receive treatment for a variety of things.
Well, as you said, for someone to have, you know, an incident happen and then not reach out for 74 weeks, I mean, that's a long time to be, you know, dealing with it. So the sooner they reach out, the more that they can get help and hopefully get it kind of figured out too.
Right.
Certainly.
How do people get more information about this program, or like you said, if they want to come in and take the assessment?
More information can be found at prairie-stjohns.com. However, we also will be putting on an event at NDSU today and tonight, which Natalie can...
Yeah, so we're really excited. We have Nancy Howell from Minnesota's NAMI coming in from 11:30 to 1 to just speak about first episode Psychosis and some of her experiences. And then tonight at NDSU from 7 to 8:30, we are hosting a documentary called Voices. And it's about 3 people's experiences with schizophrenia. And then we will have a community panel where community members are welcome to come and ask questions. If they have concerns, we'll have staff members there, and we'll have community options, Prairie St. John's, and North Dakota State University counselors able to ask and answer any questions.
Thank you guys for joining us here, and we'll wrap things up in North Dakota today after this.